This sad story that went viral on the internet recently is really sad. This girl was actually working and she was selling stuff. Just look at it. She had something doing. Definitely, it means she had a focus, she had purpose. So she went to this house. So maybe sometimes, in social media, different versions. So she went to this house and then a guy actually forced himself on her and he raped her. So what came to her mind at that point was that, okay, there's no meaning to my life. And she decided to take her life. So this is really sad. Things like this really happen. We just get to see the ones that are being captured by the media.
The ones that are being talked about.
And then because I feel for her because I think the thing would have been in her mind is the stigmatization of the society. You say, Miyakaita, what took her to his house? We cannot understand some of the circumstances that somebody really died. So she would just fear the projection.
So
the stigma that
happens.
exactly.
And not to talk of the trauma that comes with that stigma. I mean, it is always hefty and it is always disturbing for most of them.
Yeah, that's true. All right, viewers, this is still the show Deen and Duniyah, where we talk about issues we see around, and inshallah, we'll try to find solutions to it. We'll now take a break and we'll be back. Stay tuned. Dear viewers, it's still the show Deen and Duniyah, and we're talking about living a life of purpose. So now, going back to social media, there is this trend, at every point in time, you see something that is insignificant and then you'll just take it as a trend. It's fleeting. So once another trend comes, it overrides this. So why would you like to do something that maybe is not permissible in Islam? To just, trend for that moment.
That momentary happiness
exactly
goes away in an instant.
And that's where always the purpose comes true. Because I see that a lot of us now, a lot of youth have a misguided priorities and we don't have a clear sense of direction, what we actually want to attain or become in life. Because we just feel the things that are fleeting are the most trending things that happen. Instead of you to actually think you can actually bring a trendsetter yourself.
So something positive.
We really need to work on ourselves in a way that, okay, we should live with a purpose. Our existence should amount to something, you understand? But your virtue is important, you understand? But self-actualization.
Sometimes the environment actually contributes to that kind of thing. What would you say to someone that has finished, let's just say secondary school, and is sitting at home waiting for admission to the university, and let's say he's in a family of 4 or 5 with the parents also, and then since he is the only person not going to school, he has automatically, especially in an African household, has automatically become an unpaid household.
Yeah,
so he doesn't have time to do anything for himself. Doesn't have time to actually rediscover himself, discover what passions he has. Like you said earlier on, to find what passions you have, set your goal and follow it.
But that means it's not only the guys or the girls' problem
exactly.
or even the family too.
Even the whole household has to work.
Everything should be together. Everybody, like it's a family, as a society, everybody has a role to play. You need to know, even if that person is not adding value to himself, you as a parent, you should understand that, okay, how can I be engage my child into something? There are other extracurricular activities and all that. Even if you teach the guy, okay, go back to the Islamia. There are all this revival course. Like what I do is when at my free time, when I know I'm not doing any project or anything growing up, I have the revival course that I go to because I don't have time to constantly go to Islamia. But once in a while, I have revival course. It runs for a certain period of time, and you do it. So you cannot sometimes. As youth people, we don't, it's just like you said, we're looking for validation, we need a notch. So, but as a parent, if that person is still under your roof,
again, I think the example that I will give, this person now has enough time, right?
He has so much time.
So now what happens is, if there is maybe an influence outside force that is taking them to a particular direction, what they want now, they'll feel like, okay, let me look at ways of getting money, fast money or easy money or something like that. Example of someone that actually was asked by his family on what he wanted to do. So the easiest thing he thinks he could do was to, be a Yahoo boy or something like that. Then he wants the facilities to do that,
So he actually thinks Yahoo is a career too.
Exactly. That's the thing. We make hustle look so we make trivial negative things become hustle in this day and age. And I'm like, okay, if you're working hard for something positive, everybody sees it, and there is no way that you will not find accomplishment. You won't get that commitment that you need to actually pursue what you want. And when people see what you're doing, it's a very good thing. People will support you. Your family
Sometimes
will
I would
support
like to
you.
appreciate. Sometimes
Mm.
society can frustrate you.
Exactly, it happens.
Sometimes society can frustrate you in a way that you think you cannot do anything
It
or you
will
can
be-
amount to anything with your life.
That's why we learn the hard way.
Yes,
Yeah, people
Most
learn
life
from
is the teacher.
experiences.
Learn does not only take place in the four walls of a classroom. You know
Mm.
that life itself, people you meet every day, you learn.
You learn.
Because every day there is something, there's a takeaway.
But
in life.
then we are not condemning everything.
Yeah,
There are
we're not
actually
condemning
people
that.
that make it without even going to school.
Cool.
There is an
Well-
example of this person that actually got a scholarship to study at Stanford University, one of the world's leading,
University.
teaching and research institution. So everybody will be dying to go there, Like maybe the person is straight A student and he got that opportunity. But when she enrolled, later on she found out like this is not what she wanted for herself. And the family was mad at her. Like, be a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, or be a failure.
You got a
You can't
lifetime
Exactly.
opportunity.
But then she said no, she would like to pursue what she wanted to do. And she left the school. But then she made it and she was successful. And the family now crawled back saying they're sorry for not supporting her and all these things. Right? So, but if we can get this support sometimes, it will help because people are different. People are
It
different.
just depends on what the kind of people you surround yourself with.
And then what you want to do.
To do
Let's not
itself.
forget, like we said, everything we're doing should be tied to our
I
faith.
think.
You understand? What are we doing the right thing?
Mm.
I keep telling people that when intentions are good, success is always forever guaranteed. So if you're on the right path, and then like the hadith of the Prophet Sallallahu was saying, very deeds are done upon the intention. We're not saying you sit down and the things will come to you. No, but the intention counts. You take a step, you understand God will definitely help you. There's something miracle do happen. Honestly, if we just go out, can't you see some days you just wake up, you don't have anything, or you don't have. You're aware about people that don't even have food to eat in their house, but they just go out and there's something brings. You understand?
It happens miraculously.
Miraculously, like
It happens.
sometimes it happens to me once in a while. Like somebody asked me for money, and it was my last card. She was just a woman, a pregnant woman, and a child too. Like I really needed that money too. I really needed to go somewhere because I had no card then. I just had money to them. But I said, okay, I have friends. I can even for one of my best friends. I said that day, that 1,000 naira that I gave, I got 25,000 naira in return.
These good things always have a way of coming back to you. You don't even have to
So
struggle.
whatever is allowed, what you tend for.
Yeah. It's the intentions that count.
Intentions that count.
When intentions are good, success is guaranteed.
So basically what we now want people to do to actually live a happy, purposeful life for number one, your family, the kind of support that your family gives you and the kind of support you get from family. Also, what else can we say?
Dear viewers, it's still the show Deen and Duniyah, and we're talking about living a life of purpose. So now we've been talking about the issues. What can be the solutions? Habiba, what do you think? What's your takeaway?
Comparison. I think our biggest problem is comparison. We always see all fingers are not equal. God never, even from the beginning of creation, God never made us the same. Even from a man and woman, we've been distinguished. So don't think that because A is doing, B will get it. Everybody has its own path to follow and destinies and everything. So if you want to compare your life with another person, you are in big trouble because it does not work that way. Everybody has their own calling, everybody has his own way. You understand that? Everybody has their own path to take on life. You see, some people can even live life without even getting married. Some people can even finish life without living where they stay. You understand? Everybody's destiny. Like we always say, everything is tied to our faith, our existence, our purpose, everything in life. So people, please, let's try as much as we can not to compare ourselves with other people because it's not a way to live your life.
Exactly, and that comparison is it's because like people are afraid to fail. So they're just willing to pick what they see and just, compare themselves and feel like, okay, I can either do that or, and most times when it doesn't work, it causes a whole different type of demoralization on its own. So I think basically what we have to do is to actually face that fear. Don't be afraid to fail. I mean, it happens. Yes, you will not get it at once. Look at stories from a lot of people that are pioneering in the world right now. They didn't really do it overnight. So when you see that things aren't going your way, when you see that you're not feeling that happiness, that accomplishment in your life, it doesn't mean you should give up. Just don't, even when things happen, don't just you will definitely, you will be sad, you will be frustrated, but you should actually just do your best to get up and do
Self-actualization.
something. Exactly. And then
Take a leap of
when
faith.
you see someone around you, it doesn't even matter if you know the person or not. If someone needs you to be there for the person, just be there. Don't take it on as something serious that
Just
you
the
cannot
presence
really.
counts.
Yeah, just the presence itself counts.
And don't allow pride and arrogance to take
Stop
you
you
out of
from-
your main goal or purpose in life.
Happens, you can always bounce back. But what if you take your life? Automatically, you know where you're going to.
And
You
And
are
then,
infidel.
are you prepared to go to that place? And you have to get focused and avoid distractions,
And
because
life
distractions
is-
are around us all the time. There was a time I was talking to young kids, and I was like, they were telling me that people talk to them, but they don't understand them. They're from different generations. I was like, calm down. I'm in your generation. I totally understand what you're going through. So I told them that just do the little that you know, because your work will always speak for you. So, dear viewers, this is still the show Deen and Duniyah, and inshallah, in the subsequent episodes, we'll talk about different issues and try to find solutions. Stay with us. Thank you so much.